Told Eve that I do food reviews sometimes, or other reviews. It's not just food. I'm in Canada, which means that it's time for me to cleanse my palate of my American sins. My mouth is full of sin. Dirty, horrible American sins. And I'm gonna cleanse that because I'm in Canada now, which means that it's time to get rid of all the bacteria that have festered in my gut, healthy bacteria. They're called probiotics, learn about them. And I'm going to replace them with the wholesome, comforting feeling of the bacteria of Canadia's candy. I don't know how bad that hurts. I am not gonna test it. Don't play with this. This is not a toy. This video is not about toys. This video is about very important self-defense so you can stay safe out in the real dangerous world. With discounts from Amazon. Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Amy?
Yeah, look at it. It's like a shield.
Yeah, I'm Captain Markiplier. Much of it. Probably all the chemicals to make it dyed blue are burning off my taste buds on contact, so my entire inside of my mouth is melting. Or not, don't sue me, Takis. Pay me in spies. Give me a 55-gallon thing of this. This is imminent. It's the imminent one. Okay, so this one's chode-like, whereas this one's like got length but no girth, while this one is all girth all day, which is a different approach. Like both are good in their own way. Ideally, you want length and girth, but you know, gotta make sacrifices. But I'm actually surprised at just how, like, look how squishy that is. It's sticking to my finger. If it would ever focus on this, that would be fantastic if it actually focused on this. Watching me, I'm just fingering this candy now without it focusing on it. But it's sticky, right? Of which they refuse to give me. Why, I ask? I don't know. It makes no sense. But I am here to rectify what has been wronged. And you may ask, what has been wronged? Because Del Monte has reached out to me. Oh yes, they asked for my address and they said that they were going to send me a gift. And I thought, wow, they need to send me a big fat check, hopefully a comically oversized one, for all the promotion that I have done for them over the months. I guess that's the metric that I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna remember what order that I put this in, or I'm gonna forget because I'm an idiot, but I'm gonna remember that this was the order that this came in. This is a pretty good start. Ungar has done pretty good here. And it's still pretty bright. I can't look at it directly or else it gets holes in my retina, but this is definitely extremely bright. Don't try this at home, by the way. This is a bad idea. Now this is a classic. Chocolate fudge is classic. There we go. I can feel the years being drained off my life, but at least it tastes like a Pop-Tart, you know? With that out of the way, I would like to now move on to my challenge of the Canadian government and a renegade individual known as Eve Harlow. Here is a police sketch rendition of Eve Harlow. Lixian just like use the same sketch as before, but add some like antagonistic features, right? Who the hell do you think I am? Do you know what they call me back in America? I'm known as Mr. Buttersworth. Lixian, play the footage of me being known as Mr. Buttersworth. And you better know where that is. You better know. Mark Mr. Butterworth Frischbach. Oh yes, that's true. That's right. I'm Mr. Buttersworth, and all of your fancy maple syrup and all your infatuation with the maple tree and the maple leaf, it's awesome. We get it. You love trees. But down in America, we love our pancakes with nothing more. We love our pancakes with nothing more than good old-fashioned corn. That's right, corn syrup with butter. Mr. Buttersworth doesn't have any kind of reservation about only having not the best for Mrs. Buttersworth. And all I need for that, to do that, what I do is corn. I am basically 90% corn at this point in my life. You think I'm gonna get a tree in there with it? I don't think so. That would be over 100%. And I ain't about that because the body is 70% water. And if I'm 70% water and 90% corn, what does that leave for maple? -60. And I'm not about that. And let me tell you something about the green giant. He's got big, juicy green beans. If there's something that I can say with confidence, it's that I, Markiplier, love Jolly Green Giant's green beans. It's another one of these illusions because you can't tell because of the base color, but whatever crunchy fajitas is, place your bets now in the comments as to what you think the flavor of crunchy fajitas is or will be. And my reactions. The winners will get shamed. The losers will get banished. I'm gonna rank these all in a few categories. We've got ease of use, speed of deployment, pain, and then lethality. Cost. I'm not gonna remember any of those. So I'm gonna make them up as I go on each time. But it's a different way to eat them. Which is fun. Wild berry. Probably whatever leftover fruit they had that they weren't able to shove into the pastries. They just had all this big bowl of leftover fruit mix and they were like, well, we gotta do something about it. Please, Mr. Tart, save us, we're losing money. I got it. We're gonna make another one. It'll be crazy. That's a 4. Yeah, I shouldn't look at that. Yeah, that's bad. I'm doing horrible damage to my eyes. Do not do this. Actually, I'm not because I'm being safe, but don't try this. I'm a professional. Meanwhile, Del Monte. Look at this Chad Green Giant versus Virgin Del Monte. But they're corn, water, and salt. Yeah, we got corn in the can, I guess, a little bit. Meanwhile, Green Giant, we have golden whole kernel corn. A thing of beauty. Unbeatable in every way. Pathetic. They don't even have a mascot. 3. It looks like a wanted poster. You know what I mean? The yellow text, the top, this would be a wanted poster from a distance. If you're like squinting your eyes. If you put reward here, wanted dead, not alive, this would be a wanted poster. So, and literally, this is what I did. Actually, this is what I still do. Point in case I'm doing it. And you can't prove anything. You don't know my life. I'm telling you my life. Why would I lie? And slightly girthier. All right, you know what? Actually, Gearlight, you know, I will let you get in my gears. Gearlight, you are geared good. Get ready for power style! I think it's like probably the same as doggy style or missionary style. You're gonna get plowed with power. Power light, energy saving, waterproof, explosion proof. Why does... And he's not dead. He's been subdued. This was the most expensive self-defense tool that I found besides just a straight up taser. And I feel like this is innocuous enough that you could hide this down your pants. Not that you'd want to. Remember, it's a taser. So if you put it down your pants, you're gonna be in trouble. So fuck them, that's what I say. Green Giant, you're done. You're donezo with me. I'm gonna be looking up a Canadian alternative. And hey, you lost your chance. You had your chance with me and you lost it, so you get out. You go with Del Monte, if that is their real name. Maybe you're the same person because you treat me exactly the same. So screw you, eat my ass, and then go away. This recipes? Is this actually more recipes? This is more recipes. They sent me they sent me recipes. I am not going to cook with Sour Patch Kids. There's no point at which I would be so desperate that I would cook with Sour Patch Kids. In what world would I do that? I am not going to be in your test kitchen making up new, horribly cursed Sour Patch recipes for you to sell! Where's the Sour Patch cream cheese? You didn't have the balls for it. And now you're crawling back to me. And maybe also going from chocolate to ketchup. I feel like this is not a weird thing in Canada. It's a weird thing to me, but not in Canada. What is wrong with you guys? Why would you do that? Why would Canada make this their delicacy? Why do Canadians definitely, actually, factually dip their chocolate in ketchup? Thank you. It means a lot that you would be willing to kill someone for the sake of uninterrupted my video. If anyone has paused this video during watching it, a secure strike team is already en route to your house. You've made your mistake. Now time to bury you. There's no ridges. There's no places to caress with your tongue to try to cultivate out a little bit more spice. Coax, if you will. I can't seduce this with my tongue. Get out of there. You don't belong there. Crazy good. Isn't that their slogan? Yeah, it is. I see it right here. Crazy good. Crazy good. Crazy bad for you. It's really not crazy good. When I think of crazy good, I think of the kind of good that I start salivating for. I don't really start salivating for these, and that's part of the shame. Why do I want to eat them so bad if I don't like them? Unless they pay me money, then crazy good. You want to fight, bitch? Ah, in your eye. Ah, in your eye. Oh, nose, mouth, gone. Oh, you want another? How'd you get this smile? How'd you get these scars? Oh, me. That's why. Ah, you're dead. You got a metal spine there. Someone jizzed on my Pop-Tart. That's better. And a hot fudge sundae. Now these ones gotta be hot, so I'm willing to wait for this. But I'm not willing to wait and entertain you. I'm gonna be on my phone. Beep boop, I'm on my phone. Beep boop. Boop boop. Boop 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 beep. Pop pop. If they did send a letter, it was so insulting that I didn't keep it. And you can see, I tried to eat the corn. I tried to be happy about it. I tried to go for it with a smile on my face, but I only got 2 cans in, and then suddenly sadness overtook me. But one thing you gotta consider is that when you're facing down to the vitch and you've only got your flashlight, this one's got some weapon power. You can really get some good, momentum going on this. This one's just chungo. So you can't really get a lot of power going into it. You just hit with the little tip here. You might bang your knuckles against her jagged teeth, and when you're trying to get away from her long claws are gonna rip this right out of your hands. And you can't even get a full grip around it. It's just that girthy. And when you're thinking of something that you can really squeeze like that, you want a full wrap around grip so that you've got that locked in your hand. And when her claws and her spells are making your muscles just fight against you, and you're trying to relax your grip, and you're like, no, I don't want to go into the cauldron. But this ain't coming loose. But this, you're just like, no, I guess I'm soup tonight. And then you're dead. So you're faced up against frickin' Deck Man. He's just a walking deck full of screws, full of nails, full of bolts and shit made of wood. And you need one thing to take him down. It's like a hypothetical question of how are you gonna beat this boss? Goku can't beat this thing. Superman died from it, but you, armed with your Caudiox multi-tools, you save the universe. Okay? Watch out, Thanos. I am the Sour Patch Review Channel. Amy, I'm the Sour Patch Review Channel, right? Right. Without question. Yeah, I'm telling them. I'm the Sour Patch Review Channel.